Hi from the Philippines! Guess what is happening today? I'm crossing something off my bucket list, which is canyoneering. It is meant to be this fun activity with water. I can't wait to show what happens. I have my dry bag with me. Sorry, that's the chicken. I have my dry bag with me. It was about $2,100 with my hostel. So far, my experience here has been so good. I got from Cebu City to Moalbal by bus, all by myself, and I didn't cry one time. And now I'm in Moalbal, and it is so gorgeous, and people are so Filipino people are so kind. They're so nice and so welcoming, and I haven't been treated any differently. And this is my fit check with my water shoes. Water shoes are very, very important. Yeah, looking forward to it. Bye.
Itinerary area, don't forget to remove your earrings.
Yes. We went with Jimmy Tours, and we're about like 20 in our group.
You want to say something?
I'm ready for canyoneering, but I'm terrified. I'm very terrified, but we'll have fun, I think.
Yeah.
I think we'll see. We'll see what the vibes are. When it fitted us with life jackets and wristbands, I was like, what exactly did I sign up for? Then we had to take a motorcycle up the mountain to get to canyoneer. Like, what exactly did I think was going to happen here? The views, though, were incredibly pretty. They were so gorgeous and lush.
Must be tied up securely, so you need to tie your hair. And smoking and consumption of liquor and illegal drugs at the site is strictly prohibited.
Right after that experience, we went straight into canyoneering. I kid you not, right off the jump, they're like, jump into the water, and it was 7 feet high. When you're looking at it on the video, it doesn't look that high, but I promise you right now, that was one of the most terrifying things of my life. Honestly, when you get that first rush of adrenaline jumping into the water, it's all smooth from there. Such a great process. So for about 3 hours, we were hiking and walking through rocks and through these beautiful green lush falls, and there were mini waterfalls everywhere. Paired up with one guide. My guide's name was Philip. He was amazing, and it was really helpful because you could be as slow or as fast as you wanted. I was really slow because I was without my glasses and I couldn't see it. First of all, pause on that. Nobody talks about how bad glasses are until you have to do a water activity. It was actually the ghettos. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, the views are so pretty. The things are so pretty. At some point, we saw a snake, but could I see it? Absolutely not. All I could see was blurry shapes. So at some point, I had to wear my glasses and say, like, screw it, whatever. I'll do, like, insurance later. But I kept tripping on rocks because it's limestone rocks. It was very, very slippery as well because I wore Tivas, but not the right adventure Tivas. That's one piece of advice I would give you. Just rent a whole, like, water shoes for 100 pesos. Honestly, you truly need it because it's really slippery. So we ended up hiking, jumping, running, took a lot of photos with some of the friends I made, and it was such an amazing experience. I'm so glad I got to check it off of my bucket list because I really, really wanted to do it. Cola.
How about cola or Coke? Nanay lang. Cola. Coke, water.
Thank you. It was so worth the 2,100 pesos. Honestly, I think it's meant to be 2,000 pesos because every single person on my tour paid 2,000 pesos. However, me and another girl from our hostel, we paid 2,100 because I think the hostel was trying to make extra money. But this experience would have been nothing without the wonderful guides. They were also the ones that took all the videos and photos. I 100% would recommend doing it. One of the things that I've learned being here for 8 days, it's basically do not make any plans unless it is where you lay your head because every single thing is on vibes. It's on vibes. I remember earlier being like, oh, I'm a girl who likes to have a plan. I'm a girl who likes to know everything. Consider me changed. Consider me a very different human being. And most of my plans have actually come from friends I've made and friends who like recommended stuff to me. Okay, one of the mistakes I did though is not planning where I would lay my head in Moalbal because I think the Philippines is one of the only places where you actually truly have to plan where you sleep. Because there's very, very little hostels and all the hostels get booked up really, really fast. So I ended up staying in Moho Hostel in Moalbal, and I'm not going to talk about the conditions. I'm not going to talk about the conditions of the hostel. What I would talk about, though, is that the fact that the hostel has very great nightlife. I would say it is a mix between a party hostel and a regular hostel, but the party of the hostel only comes in at about 8 p.m. at night. And that's because every single night, they offer free drinks unlimited from 8 to 8:30. So let's believe every single person is going to be there. One thing I would say whenever you order a rum and a coke, or a gin and a coke, or a rum and a pineapple juice, just know it's heavy on the rum, light on the whatever else, because they go ham here. And honestly, it's not a terrible hostel if you're in a bind, but I wouldn't recommend staying there to just sleep. At some point, our AC was leaking in our room, and it was a 12-person dorm. It smelled wonderful, it smelled nice, but it's just, it wasn't my personal standard of hostels, because like, although I'm a budget backpacker, I'm not that budget. You get what I mean? But it was super cheap, so I guess it did what it had to do. It's such a great place to meet people at night. Personally, I would recommend it for socialization. I won't recommend it for sleeping. So yeah, that's why every other hostel I'm glad I booked in the Philippines. Okay, so now that we've established that I can't stay in the hostel during the day because then my glasses are on and then I can see what facilities I'm in, what else is there to do in Moalbal? There's loads of snorkeling. Like, I will kid you not, Moalbal has some of the deepest beaches I've seen. I heard it only gets better from here, but honestly, if it gets better, I might as well be in heaven. Has the best beaches. I would recommend Panagsama Beach, especially at sunset. Ooh, the fish I saw and like just the wonderfulness of Panagsama Beach. One thing I would say though, it's very rocky, so it's not a great place to lay unless you have like a blanket. Another beach I would recommend is White Beach. White Beach is better than Panagsama Beach because it is more sand than it is rocks. However, there's no shade. I am so much more darker, but my heart is so much more lighter. You get what I'm saying? Snorkeling, it's always free. You could also dive with the sardines. I didn't do that because, again, I promised my grandma I wouldn't go into deep water unless I'm with somebody. So I didn't go diving. I didn't see the turtles when I went swimming because you could keep swimming and swimming and swimming, and it's still very shallow water. And I'm like, I'm not going to go far. Of course, there's the canyoneering. I spend most of the days just walking around, eating, and having fun. I would recommend a good solid, 4 days in Moalbal.
I just came from snorkeling and watched the most beautiful sunset. It looks like this every single night, if not better. This is one of the most beautiful countries I've ever visited, topped only by their beautiful people. But wow. Good morning. It is my last 4 hours in Moalbal, and I was gonna come and watch the sunrise. However, I missed it by a little bit, but I got the last pink clouds of the sunrise. And it's insane because yesterday I swam through these waters, but if you see, the water is all receded, and it's such a insane phenomenon that I swam in these waters yesterday, but now they're all gone. And honestly, God is so good. But my time in Moalbal has been nothing short of amazing. It was my first actual city stop in my Philippines itinerary. I'm kind of sad to leave, but I'm very ready for Siquijor, and I just wanted to take a moment to reflect and say that this is the best decision I made. I don't have any regrets. I'm very grateful to be here. I'm very thankful to be here. You should definitely visit Moalbal if you could.
So this brings me to the second thing I've learned while being in the Philippines. It's that when you're solo traveling, what you realize, especially in a very well-connected place like Southeast Asia, is that even though you're often solo, you're never alone. And the best way I could describe that is to talk about or show what a day in my life in Siquijor, which I am currently at, looks like. So, well, enjoy!
Spend a day with me in Siquijor in the Philippines. I met Mark, Rachel, and Nor in my hostel, Fable Hostels, and we decided to rent a tuk-tuk and spend a day going to Waterfalls. This is Lungason Falls. It was our first stop, and everything was going great until our tour guide said that we need to hike up 12 different mountains for the 12 zodiac signs. And I don't really rock climb in Canada either, so
That would be around 3 meters deep or more. So you can have a good swimming onto this one. You can also climb to the top and then jump to the middle as well. Yeah. But right there under the waterfall is quite shallow because there's a big rock up there. You can only see.
it's just like Libra to be last every single time. You know what I want to know? How do they make rocks that are wet so easy to climb? Who put the footstools in there? But it doesn't matter because Libra was last. We ended up chilling, chatting, and again, I met these people 2 days ago in my hostel. When you're solo traveling, you're never ever alone. It's actually quite pretty. And I got a matching bracelet. I've always wanted to get the bracelet and the neck ones, but I know. Did we order noodles?
Yeah, we ordered the pan fit.
No, it's more Toronto. A lot of Filipino people are in Toronto.
Yeah, I have a couple. I have one of my aunts is out in Calgary.
Oh,
So I'm like,
she's probably a nurse there too.
yes.
Yeah, she's probably a nurse. Do you know Nurse John on Instagram?
Yes.
Yeah. He's like, when I felt like he was Canadian, I've never felt prouder. Like,
Yeah.
oh, bye, see you, bye. One thing to know in the Philippines is that there's entrance fee for everything, like every single thing. So these falls, Cambagay Falls, cost us 100 pesos, I believe, to enter. Of course, I paid the extra 50 pesos to unlimited swinging on a 10-foot drop. And that's it for an exciting day with my new friends. On that note, I have met a lot of Dutch people. I've met a lot of English people. The Dutch people also have a group chat in Asia. Where are my Canadians? I feel like it's rarer for me to meet a Canadian than it is for me to meet a Black person. Well, hello, my name is Kemi and welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things home, which is currently Siquijor, Philippines, and all things LA, which is travel. Yay! And we out here in the Philippines, and it is gorgeous, and this is my view, and it is wonderful. And these are palm trees, and you are very right. Okay, I should probably stop singing now. So I'm back in Nacho Hostel in Cebu, and this is a hostel I stayed in when I flew in straight into the Philippines, and I booked a private room. I had booked a private room my first night, and I had such a great experience that I just told them, hey, on my trip, I want to rebook another private room. The game is actually much bigger than the one I was in last time, so yay for that. I'm wondering what dress to wear now, say a little prayer for you. I just love it. It's still very spacious. Honestly, quick tour. Sometimes you just need to sprawl around. There's an AC, it's fully functional. I turned it off because I'm recording. Literally, look at my bed. Are you kidding me? This room is huger than my room back home. And this is my whole bathroom. I have a private shower and a private bathroom, no sharing with anybody, and a bidet. So I actually did end up finishing my Siquijor video. I'm very sorry about that. It got so hot that my phone or like my video started overheating. There's still some things I wanted to touch on my time in the Philippines so far. But basically I'm in Cebu because I'm flying out to Coron, or I'm flying out to Palawan tomorrow at basically 7:30 a.m., which means I have to be out of here at 4:30 a.m. Honestly, we'll talk about transportation in the Philippines another time. It should be more serious. I don't know why I'm doing this. I should actually address you like a human being. Hi, this is Kemi from Siquijor, and today is the day that I do something else on my bucket list in the Philippines, which is ride a scooter. That's a scooter, and this is me. I've never ridden one before, but I got a 15-minute lesson, and I think I'm good to go. So far so good. You're only gonna get like very basic clips of me riding the scooter because I don't scooter and record. The other thing though is that I didn't want to ride a scooter, but in Siquijor you 100% need a scooter to get around, and I want to go places, so here I am riding a scooter, and I'm also slightly ashamed because people are watching me record this on the main road, but it's fine, it's good, it's great. The speed limit is also like 40, so it's not like really terrible, and a lot of people told me other than El Nido or other places, this is the best place to learn how to ride a scooter, which is why I'm doing it here. Yep, it's Kemi here. You're probably wondering, am I recording this from the middle of the ocean? You are correct. You're very correct. I'm just here to tell you that I'm on my tippy toes and I'm very far out, but usually it doesn't get this deep in the Philippines, but I'm so glad I learned how to swim. Skirted all the way here just to find out it's closed on Wednesdays. And guess what day today is? Wednesday. However, the view is still very pretty.
Yeah, some guy is like, really, but if you like, no.